Soft ambient music fades in. Welcome, dear listener. As you settle into your rest this evening, allow your breath to slow and your body to grow heavy against the comfort beneath you. Tonight, we journey together through the silver light of ages past, exploring the gentle goddesses of the moon who have watched over sleeping humanity since the very first nights. Close your eyes now, and imagine yourself beneath an ancient sky, where the moon rises full and luminous above a world untouched by electric light. In that primordial darkness, our ancestors looked upward and found comfort in her glow. They saw a face in her surface, a presence, a guardian. And so began one of humanity's oldest and most tender relationships, the worship of the moon. Pause. Across every continent and through every age, people have understood the moon as something divine. She was not merely a celestial body but a living goddess, a mother, a huntress, a keeper of time and tides. In ancient Greece, she was Selene, who drove her silver chariot across the night sky, trailing soft light like a veil across the sleeping earth. She was also Artemis, the virgin huntress, protector of wild places and women in childbirth, her bow curved like the crescent moon itself. In the Far East, the Chinese knew her as Chang'e, the beautiful goddess who ascended to the moon after drinking an elixir of immortality. There she dwells still, they say, in her jade palace with only a rabbit for company, forever watching over the world below. Her story speaks of sacrifice, of love, of the eternal human longing for the heavens. The Hindu tradition honored Chandra, the moon god whose gentle nature brought coolness to the fevered earth and peace to troubled minds. In Japan, Tsukuyomi ruled the night, a deity of quiet contemplation and the rhythm of the seasons. And in ancient Mesopotamia, the moon god Sin was among the mightiest of all gods, father of the sun itself, his crescent adorning temples that rose from the desert sands. Soft pause. What did these ancient peoples believe about the moon and her divine nature? Let your mind drift now into their philosophy, their understanding of how the cosmos worked. They believed the moon governed the cycles of life itself. Her waxing and waning matched the rhythms of the natural world. The swelling of seeds in the soil, the rise and fall of ocean tides, the monthly cycles of women's bodies. The moon was fertility and abundance. She was also death and rebirth, for did she not die each month only to be born again, thin as a silver thread, then growing full once more? The moon represented the feminine principle of the universe, receptive, intuitive, nurturing. Where the sun blazed with active power, the moon glowed with gentle wisdom. She illuminated the darkness just enough to guide travelers home but never so brightly as to disturb the rest of sleeping children. Ancient philosophers saw in the moon a mirror of human existence. We too wax and wane. We experience fullness and emptiness, light and shadow. The moon taught acceptance of these cycles, patience with the natural flow of time. She reminded humanity that darkness is not permanent, that light always returns, that rest is as essential as activity. Gentle breath. How did the ancients honor these lunar goddesses? What gentle rituals did they practice beneath her silver light? On nights of the full moon, women gathered in sacred groves to dance and sing hymns to Artemis. They moved slowly, peacefully, their white robes catching the moonlight as they circled beneath the trees. These were not wild celebrations but meditative ceremonies, moments of feminine communion and quiet prayer. In China, the Mid-Autumn Festival honored Chang'e with offerings of round mooncakes, their shape echoing the full moon above. Families would gather outdoors, gazing upward, telling stories of the goddess in her celestial palace. Incense curled into the night air. Lanterns glowed softly. It was a time of reunion and gratitude. At in ancient Mesopotamia, priests climbed the great ziggurat dedicated to the moon god Sin, ascending closer to the heavens with each step. There, at the summit, they performed rituals of observation, carefully recording the moon's movements, believing they were reading the mind of the divine. Simple folk too had their practices. Farmers planted by the lunar calendar, trusting the waxing moon to strengthen growing things. Expectant mothers prayed for safe deliveries under the moon's protective gaze. Travelers set out on journeys when her light was brightest, grateful for her guidance through the darkness. Water was sacred to moon worship, for the moon moved the tides and was herself reflected in every still pool and stream. Bathing in moonlit water was believed to bring purification, healing, and prophetic dreams. Slow, peaceful pause. The ancients recorded their lunar devotion in sacred texts and carved their belief into enduring symbols. The crescent moon became one of humanity's most universal sacred signs. It adorned the crowns of goddesses in Egypt and the temples of the ancient Near East. It appeared on coins and amulets, pottery and prayer beads. Even today, the crescent remains a powerful symbol, carried forward through millennia. The Homeric hymns of ancient Greece sang of Selene's beauty, describing how even the immortal gods fell silent when she rose. These verses were chanted in temples and taught to children, keeping the goddess alive in human memory. In the Vedic texts of India, hymns to Chandra praised him as the lord of plants and the keeper of sacred soma, the drink of the gods. His gentle influence was invoked for healing and for the blessing of medicinal herbs that drew their power from the night. Chinese poetry overflows with lunar imagery. The great poets gazed upon the moon and found words for longing, for memory, for the ache of separation and the sweetness of reunion. Li Bai wrote of drinking alone with the moon as his only companion. These verses have comforted hearts for over 1,000 years. The hair in the moon appears across cultures, in Chinese, Japanese, Aztec, and Buddhist traditions. This gentle creature, forever pounding the elixir of immortality or preparing rice cakes, became a universal symbol of the moon's nurturing spirit. Tranquil breath. What remains of this ancient devotion in our modern world? More than we might imagine. We still measure our months by the moon's cycle. The very word, month, comes from moon. Our calendars are built upon her rhythm, connecting us to the same cosmic clock our ancestors observed. Throughout Asia, lunar festivals continue to gather families together under the autumn moon. Millions of people still make offerings to Chang'e, still gaze upward with the same wonder their great-grandparents felt. The Mid-Autumn Festival remains one of the most widely celebrated holidays on Earth. Modern interest in the moon's influence on planting and gardening has revived ancient agricultural wisdom. Many gardeners today consult lunar calendars, honoring a tradition that stretches back thousands of years. The goddess spirituality movement has brought renewed attention to lunar worship, particularly among those seeking to reconnect with feminine divine energy. New moon and full moon ceremonies are held in cities and countryside alike, echoing rituals performed millennia ago. Even our scientific exploration of the moon carries threads of ancient wonder. When humanity first set foot upon her surface, we brought with us all the dreams and stories our species had told about her since the beginning of time. The Chinese named their lunar missions after Chang'e herself, honoring the goddess who waited there to welcome us home. Long, peaceful pause. And so, dear listener, as you drift now toward the shores of sleep, know that the same moon that rises tonight has risen over every human being who ever lived. She watched over your ancestors as they first learned to dream. She will watch over the generations yet to come. The lunar goddesses of the ancient world. Artemis, Selene, Chang'e, and all the others. They are still there, woven into the silver light that falls upon your window. They represent the eternal cycle of rest and renewal, of darkness giving way to light, of endings that are always new beginnings. Let the moon hold you now as she has held humanity through countless nights. Feel her gentle presence, steady and eternal, guiding you into peaceful dreams. Your eyes grow heavy. Your breath is slow and even. The moon rises, and all is well. Rest now. Rest deeply. The ancient goddesses keep watch, and you are safe beneath the silver sky. Music fades slowly into silence.